Evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, DC Nation. It's your girl. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Get the screen, try to get it adjusted, get that glare off my glasses, all that good stuff. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Come on in, jump on in here for this midweek Bible study. Good evening, Tanya. Jumping right in here with this midweek Bible study. Enjoying ourselves on this beautiful Wednesday night. Good evening, Mother Pat. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. As you can tell, I'm not Dr. Ben. I'm a little shorter. Um, he is on a mini vacation. They did a quick getaway and they asked us to stand in for them. And my husband's supposed to join me, but he had something come up. So here I am. So thank you so much for joining. I'm going to do just like him. I'm going to come give us that quick hour of power. It ain't even going to be a full hour. Give you that first 30 minutes. Just speaking of the goodness of God and the vision, staying in that same vein that he's doing. And we have been talking about vision this whole entire month. And they've been ministering on it in church. And we're talking about vision for your family, talking about vision for your life. And before I could even go there, I went and I started looking up what was vision. And I'm going to read it to you because I thought it was good, now that we have Google, right? Now that you have AI, you can just type in whatever you like. So I typed in vision, vision sermons in the Bible. I didn't ask for vision sermons. I asked vision sermons in the Bible. And it says, it refers to God's revealed will for individuals or groups, often expressed through dreams, revelation, or direct communication from God. Sermons on vision in the Bible often explore the significance of seeking God's vision, understanding its implication, and living according to it. Right? So vision comes from God. It comes through God, through, like Dr. Ben says, observation, revelation. I can't remember that, but I know one of them is observation and revelation. And I also say interpretation, I say experience. Visions can come to you in different ways. So we're talking about vision, the vision for Destiny Center. And I've been there for over 20 years. And the vision is still the same. It has evolved. And there's sometimes we had to take a pause and maybe like redirect, but the vision is the same. And so on Sunday, we're going to have a meeting, having a family meeting on Sunday after service. I'm going to be talking about vision and talking about the vision for the church, what they see. We've been in the airport for a year and they want to talk about the next step. Then what does that look like? What does that vision look like for Destiny Center over the next year, over the upcoming years? Because a lot of people have questions, which is great. Questions are good. Doesn't mean that you doubt something. Like sometimes we think doubt is the enemy. Doubt is not the enemy, because I was thinking about doubting Thomas. And we all talk about the fact that he doubted, right? But Jesus still blessed him. So it's not that you have doubts. It's just that you have questions that you want to ask about it. And so that's where we are right now when we're talking about vision. So I think that vision is a gift from God. Vision is what God gives us, again, through observation, revelation, interpretation, dreams, things that we see, places we want to go, things we want to do. God will give us visions on that. You can have a vision for your life, your personal life. You can have a vision for your family. You can have a vision for where you want to go in ministry. You can have a vision for where you are, the department that you lead. Your vision can be vast or small. There's no respect of persons. It's just whatever is in your life. So how do you do? How do you step into that next step of your vision? That's my question tonight is, how do you step into that next step of your vision? It's more than just saying, I have a vision and I want to see, I was thinking about Martin Luther King when he said, I have a dream that one day my children, he was very clear on the vision that he had. It was very specific. So your vision needs to be specific, right? We talk about SMART goals and you can have a goal, but just your vision needs to be specific for your life. But you have to give room for God to come in there and just still put his hand on it, because yes, anything and everything, but anything and everything, Tanya, anything and everything. You can have a vision for your weight. You can have a vision for your health. You can have a vision for your family, your children, your car, what you want to drive, your vision for your money. It's just a matter of stepping out on that vision. As we again talk about the vision for the church, when I first came, they had the 10-point master plan, and it was we were going to build a dome, and we wanted to have a 3,000 members and 1,000-seat dome, and we have the land, so we bought the land right on Dujournette. For those that live local, we bought the land, but then you run into things. We bought the land because we had the vision, right? But building on the land and doing what we need to do with the land in order to make that vision come to pass. Well, what we didn't take into account was technology, life changes, COVID, all these different things over 20 years. So the vision is still the same, but instead of having a dome and impacting lives like that, now we have technology. Now we have Bible study online. Now we have virtual Bible study. We have Bible study in the airport. We have Bible study wherever we go. But we can reach way more than those 3,000, right? To do the work of God. We can reach way more with technology. So when I say that your vision can evolve. So if it hasn't come to pass, I said a little bit this morning. I was talking to someone about their life and what they do and how, I call them their flitters. Those people that always run around doing stuff, but it doesn't seem like they're progressing, right? So they always like, I'm gonna do this, and I got this plan for my life, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this. And you look at them, you be like, hey, Shay, you look at them, you be like, they haven't done anything but just do a lot of talking, right? That's how we view them sometimes. But we want to see people falling forward, right? Not just standing in a place, just churning butter. But even when you churn butter, think about the donkey, the proverb and the story people tell about the donkey that was in the hole. And because the people thought he was dying, they started dumping dirt on him. So as he was in the hole, they dumped dirt on him because they thought he was not going to be able to get out. And what he would do is shake it off. And the more dirt they jumped on, the more he would shake it off. Eventually, he rose to the top, right? He just got to the top because dirt pours on him, he shakes it off. Dirt pours on him, shake it off. You got to have a vision for your life, right? You have to know where you're going. You have to, even though somebody may count you, good morning, Tiffany. Good evening, Tiffany. Even though somebody may count you out with the vision of the things that you have, because sometimes our visions, listen, you can have that vision, but sometimes you have to tell everybody everything. You can talk abroad, but not macro, but not micro. I have a vision for my life to be wealthy, period. How I get there and all that. And I'm not saying you don't share. Come on, I want to give a good balance. I'm not saying you don't share, but sometimes we can just talk, but you're not doing any work. You got to be to the point where the dirt gets thrown on you. And the dirt is not always bad things. The dirt could be for fertilizers. The dirt could be for growth. But sometimes you got to let that get on you. Hey, Lucy, and shake it off. Let the dirt get poured on you, shake it off so that you can rise to the top in the vision. And some verses about vision is Jeremiah 29:11, right? Everybody knows that scripture, right? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. That's the plans he has for us. That's the vision that God has for our life, right? To prosper us. He doesn't want to hurt us, to give us hope and a future. Now, what do we do with that vision? What do we do once he gives us that? What is the next step in that vision moving forward? Because he already told us the plan for us. So then what do? Psalm 37:4 says, take delight in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. Just worship him. Praise him. I posted something on my social media today. It was, I forgot the name of the choir. It's one choir or something. The choir that's out of Atlanta, but they travel all around singing. And the guy on the stage, I'm gonna take off these bracelets because they're noisy. The guy on the stage, there was a lady that was in the audience that used to be a choir director. And she had a procedure done and it damaged her trachea, so she no longer has a voice. So she has a voice box. She has that thing that they press on her neck to speak. And it's on my social media if you want to go look on it. I think I put it on Instagram. I put it in my stories. And if you got to read the caption, but what he did was, she still found a way to worship God. She did it with the voice box. It didn't sound like it usually sounds. It didn't sound the way we hear it in church, but she found a way to worship God. I'm sure she had a vision, but the vision that she had, they told her that she was not going to live, and they told her she would never speak again. And I just imagine, I kind of made up this story in my head as I was watching. I was like, She probably said, if I just had breath in my lungs and I can give him praise, I'm going to give him praise. So you got to have a vision, a vision, a vision. Isaiah 55, 8 and 9. My thoughts are not your thoughts. So what Jesus saw about her is not her thoughts. Neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. My thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. That's Isaiah 55, 8 and 9. That means that as far as heaven is from the earth, that's how high his thoughts are compared to me. I don't know anything. So when I have a vision, I have to depend on him. When I have a vision, when I talk about vision, I have to lean on him. I have to commit my ways to him, right? Commit to the Lord, whatever you do. That's Proverbs 16 and 3, right? Commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Commit to the Lord, whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. Come on, the vision, right? We're talking about vision. We're talking about vision for our children. We're talking about vision for our family. We're talking about vision for our lives, vision for our family, vision for that. Whenever I move into a house, of course, it's furnished or whatever. But if I want it to look a certain way, if I want a room to look a certain way, I find the pictures. Like some people just take the whole picture out of the magazine, but I might not like something in the magazine. So if I want a certain couch, I take a picture of the couch. I'll take it on my phone. I get it printed out and I put it in that room because I have a vision for it. But sometimes it changes. Sometimes I leave that up there so long and I'm like, oh, that's not what I want. The vision has changed, right? The vision that I had for that has changed. The vision for that room has changed. So as I'm talking tonight, as I'm speaking tonight, and motivating you tonight to write down your vision, make it plain, right? That's what the Bible says. Write the vision, make it plain. Write the vision, make it plain for your life. Write the vision, make it plain for ministry. Write the vision and make it plain. I know that we talk about millionaires a lot and we talk about successful people. I don't even just want to limit it to millionaires. I want to say successful people. A lot of times they have a plan that that's written, that they had something planned from the time they were younger, that they thought things when they were younger. Romans 12, 6 and 8 says, we have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesy, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. That's what the Bible says, Romans 12 and 6, right? Whatever that vision is God gave for you, don't let it go dormant. Go back, and I said it this morning, go back and pull out those old journals. Go back and pull out those old notes. Don't forget the vision that God has given you for your family. While you're still doing the work of the Lord, while you're still doing the work in the ministry, God will put you in the right place at the right time with the right people. In the right place at the right time with the right people. All you have to do is go and do. Right? You just go. He'll leave the doing to him. Go and do, go and do, go and do, go and do. Let me say that again. You go and you do, and then let him add his do on it. DEW. You go and do DO, and then he goes and add his do DEW on it. That he goes and add his rain on it. That he goes and add that latter rain on it. That he goes and he blows on it. He breathes on it. He just speaks into it, and your vision grows for your life. Your vision grows for ministry. Ultimately, we all just want to impact lives, right? But you can get so focused on your stuff that you forget that you're really here to impact other lives. You're here to love. Whatever you do, Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, work it with all your heart and work for the Lord, not for human masters. Everything I do to the glory of God. Good morning, Carol. Everything I do to the glory of God. Everything you do when it comes to vision, do it to the glory of God. Do what you do. Good morning to the glory of God. Speak to your family to the glory of God. That's right. Don't let go of that vision. Do it to the glory of God. Cooking dinner, doing all of that. See, when you do it to the glory of God, it becomes easier. When I do what I do for God, I was talking to somebody again earlier. A lot of my friends, a lot of conversations I have, we talk a lot of times about ministry and church, and not just our church, but just church, because I have friends all over. We talk about doing what we need to do for God, right? So we were talking about when you do something, but let's say I sow into somebody, right? But I know that they really aren't doing what they said they were going to do. That is not my business. Just like Dr. Ben talks about when you give money to the homeless person on the side of the road. What they do with that money is, if they take it and go get high, not my business. Now, I'm not saying you just cast your pearl before swine and you just give anything to anybody. But I'm saying if God told me to give money to Joe Blow sitting on the side of the road, then I'm going to give that money to Joe Blow sitting on the side of the road. And if he goes and blow it, it's not my problem. Now, I'm not saying I got to be wise in the ground that I sow into, right? You can't just sow your seeds into anything. You have to be wise in what you sow it into. But I'm telling you that if I give it to this person, to the glory of God, because God is going to get the glory, not me. A lot of you on here, and I know you personally, a lot of you, I do know you, that you do things that people don't even know about. That's how you do it to the glory of God. Because my reward is going to come from heaven. My reward is not for everybody in the world to see. All this nice stuff I do, everything I do for everybody. Yes, doing it for the glory of God. Right? 1 Peter 4:10 says, each of you should use whatever gift you received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. I love that. I'll read it again. 1 Peter 4:10, and I'm going to read it from the Message Bible too. I think that's the New Living Translation. We're still talking about vision here, right? But we're talking about doing it for the glory of God. Let me read that again. Let me find my Bible app. In the Message, right? In the Message Bible. Let's see. Why is it asking me for? Okay, remind me later. Let's see. 1 Peter 4:10 says this in the Message Bible. Let me get to it. Okay, I'm going to start reading verse 7 through 11. Everything in the world is about to be wrapped up, so take nothing for granted. We're talking about vision here, y'all. Stay wide awake in prayer. Most of all, love each other as if your life depended on it. Love makes up for practically anything. Be quick to give a meal to the hungry, a bed to the homeless. Cheerfully, be generous with the different things God gave you, passing them around so all get in on it. If words, let it be God's words. If help, let it be God's hearty help. That way, God's bright presence will be evident in everything through Jesus, and he'll get all the credit as the one mighty in everything. On course to the end of time. On course to the end of time. He gets an encore. Remember that song, Your Love? Some of y'all might know. I'm dating myself. Your love deserves an encore. I can't sing right now, but my voice is a little bit. But it was, I can't even sing, y'all. But the song was, Your love deserves an encore. And I want to believe that she got it from this scripture. This is 1 Peter 4. And that's what he's talking about. That everything you do, I do to the glory of God. So this vision is going to come to pass because I do it to the glory of God. Everything I'm doing, as I'm chasing whatever you chasing, and only thing I need to chase is chase after him. I don't even need to chase after him. You know, I have to be careful of these words that we say. You say you're chasing after him. He hasn't moved. He's ever present. He's present when it's good. He's present when it's bad. He's present when you're doing what you ain't supposed to do. He's present when you're doing everything you're supposed to do. Jesus is an ever-present help. He is present in everything. He is the best present, but he is present in everything. So guess what? Everything I do to the glory of God. And when it's not to the glory of God, if I'm in sin, he's still present in that. But that doesn't mean that don't you give up because he hasn't given up on you. Don't you quit because he hasn't quit. Don't you quit. Don't you quit. Don't give up. Don't give up on the vision. Rewrite the vision. Write the vision and make it plain. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Rewrite this life. Write the vision for your life. Write what God said for you. And so again, I said it this morning, because I think about this, how you can get caught up in the conundrum of life and things that happen, and get so focused on one thing that you forget all these other things when it comes to the vision. Right? Habakkuk 2:2 says, write down the revelation. This is in the New Living Translation. Write down the revelation and make it plain on labels so that a herald may run with it. And your vision needs to be plain so that if somebody picks it up. I work in ministry, been working in it for over 20 years. I always say this, that if I step away, I want somebody to be able to walk in and they should be able to pick up and keep running. They should be able to pick up and still become the administrator. There should be no, well, what was she doing here? What was she thinking? No, I keep that all the time because I have a vision for what administration should be in the church. I have a vision for that. 2 Corinthians 5:7 says, for we live by faith and not by sight. Right. We live by faith and not by sight. This morning I talked about having faith and how important our faith is to us and what faith means to us. You got to have faith in the vision. You got to have faith in God Without faith, it's impossible to please him. So your faith in him to see that vision come to pass. So everywhere I step, so that somebody should be able to still pick up the vision. We know what the vision is for our family. The vision, and listen, not just empty words. See, because when you get the vision for your life, when you get the vision for your family, you get the vision for ministry, all those things work together and they work in tandem, that they become easy. But if you focus more on one, or one is really out of whack, let's say the family is out of whack, children acting up, husband acting up, wife acting up, cousin acting up, whoever you take care of acting up. Sometimes you can't focus on this other stuff. But I'm telling you, have faith. Don't give up. As the kids say, 10 toes down. Get 10 toes down in that so that you can keep going and pull on your community, but you can keep going. I have an elderly mother. I love her so much. I'm not there taking care of her, but my sister is there. My brother is there. I have a brother. He's getting older, so taking care of her can be a challenge. I have the grandchildren. Listen, but I don't carry it by myself. I have the grandchildren to live with them, live with us. My son is getting ready to go to Iraq. Listen, but I have a vision. I have a vision still. I have a husband that has an autoimmune disease, but you wouldn't even know it because we have a vision of him walking and healing all the time. So we have these visions for our life. So listen, Philippians 1:3 says, I thank my God every time I remember you. In all my prayers for all of you, I always pray with joy. Right? So I always pray. I'm praying for this. I'm praying for my family. I'm praying for the ministry. I'm praying for that. It's all in our faith. All our faith lines up with it. It's all in our faith. So faith and vision, they go together. God giving you the faith. You have the faith. He's not giving you something you already have, right? You have the faith. I talked about that this morning, that we have the faith already. Hold on, let me find what I was saying this morning. But, oh yeah, faith, that we have the faith in him to make the vision come to pass, to help the vision come to pass, to pray the vision to come to pass, to see the vision come to pass. It's just having faith in him, right? Having faith in Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm doing something on my computer, pulling that in. Listen, all I got to do is move this laptop. So it's about faith. It's about faith in the vision, faith in your believing, faith in, and I like to say I'm a believing believer, right? I want to be a believing believer, not just a believer that says, oh, I believe. No, be a believing believer. Believe the word of the Lord. Believe it. Believe what God said about you. Believe it. Believe. See where you fit in all these places. See where you fit in work. See where you fit at in church. See where you fit at in your family and what your role is. But it's a constant growing in this vision with faith. Faith means, listen, faith literally means to surrender, give up, or commit. Faith is complete confidence in him. Come on, you want your vision to come to pass? Have faith, complete confidence in him, right? Discouragement is the opposite of faith. Fear is the opposite of faith, right? And it's Satan's device to kind of thwart you, to get you off of that, right? Word about your children, word about your, and I say that because most of the time, these are the things that affect us. It's usually our family, our money. Those are the things that really throw us off in our faith, right? Our family and our money. That's what gets us off, like, oh, I can't do this. I can't come to church. I got to work more. I can't come to church. My husband acting up. I can't come to church. My children. Can't come to church. No. And keep doing the work of the Lord. They all to go together, and they all, I like to say it like it's like gears on a clock that is constantly going. When you have that faith, you know that everything that comes your way, you allow God to come in there. You just know that whatever comes in your life, that it's all orchestrated. It's still orchestrated by God, and that I'm giving him the glory. I'm giving him the honor, right? The Bible says that that's the only approach that we have to God, right? No man has sins forgiven. No man goes to heaven. No man has assurance of peace and happiness until he has faith in Jesus Christ, right? Just faith. Faith to believe. Faith, be a believer, If you struggle in your faith, you struggle in your trust, have faith that God will give you the heart to trust. Right. I use it in everything. You have that vision, write it down, make it plain. I had to rewrite the vision because I spent so many years like, I want to do this. I want to do this. And then you have something that gets entered in. Now I got the children. Now we got to figure out how to fit them in there, in the vision. But God knew it was going to happen. So guess what? Because he knew it, I could have faith. Because without faith, it's impossible to please him. But my focus is pleasing him and giving him the glory. So he will give me the wisdom and the understanding of how to bring that in, right? When our faith becomes nothing more than a series of rules and regulation, joy flees. So I'm saying, with that faith, with that vision comes grace. Come on, you don't need a lot of rules and regulations. I told you I was talking to a friend this week, and she was like, okay, and I got this timeline, I got this timeline, I got this timeline. I said, stop with all the timelines. Stop with all the timelines. Have faith in God. Trust him, knowing that he's going to give you what you want, give you the desires of your heart, right? Faith is the only approach that we have to God in this vision. So we thank God for it, right? We thank God for it. We thank God for the faith. We thank God for the grace. We thank God for the vision. We thank God for the vision of the church. We thank God for the vision for our lives. We thank God for the vision in every area of our lives. We are thankful for it. We are thankful for the vision. Thank you for the vision that Dr. Ben and Dr. Jewel have for Destiny Center. When Dr. Ben wrote that vision down, how many ever years ago, then he married Dr. Jewel, and they still had this vision, and it grows. Whatever that vision is, we thank God for it. We thank God for the vision, for the 10-point master plan, that we will be a distribution center. We thank God for the vision. We thank God for the vision that is written plainly. We thank God for it. And again, I said on this Sunday, Dr. Ben is going to go more into it. We're going to share the vision more, talk about it even more, so he can share what his heart is in the next phase of Destiny Center when it comes to vision. So we're very thankful and grateful. I'm very thankful and grateful for you joining me tonight. I hope you take something away from that with the faith and the grace and the believing believer, and understanding that the vision for your life, the vision for your family, the vision for your money, the vision for your ministry, the vision for the church, whatever the vision is, that you have faith in Jesus to make it come to pass. We thank you for it. So at this time, it's offering time. Feel free to sow a seed into it. You can go do our Cash App is $ Destiny Center TN. Zelle is info@thedestinydome.com. We got PayPal. We have many ways that you can sow a seed into the ministry tonight. So feel free to do that. If you pay your tithes and often do that on Sunday, you can do it any day of the week. That's, again, I talked about the vision of Destiny Center and how we've grown, and now a lot of things are digital. So it can be instant. You don't have to wait for Sunday or Wednesday to do these things. You can sow at any time. So feel free to do that. So again, I thank you for joining me tonight. I love you. I told you I was going to give you an hour of power minus 30 minutes, right? Hour of power minus 30 minutes with the love of God. So I thank you, but y'all talk back to me. Dr. Ben always says that on Wednesday night. Y'all talk back to me. Tell me what your takeaway was. Put it in the chat so I can see what your takeaway was. It don't have to be long. It could be faith. It could be grace. It could be vision. It could be anything. But just somebody talk back to me so we can get up off of here. So I can give you my 30 minutes, hour of power. So somebody drop it in the chat. Come, great word. Yep. Thank you, Tanya, for that. She posted what that is, the giving. But somebody give me, tell me what that is. Listen, I'd like to make it write the vision, make it plain. Yes, I like to make it very simple, Tiffany. I am all about making it very simple. I'm making it simple for your life, starting all over. Well, it could be, my vision could be, okay, I want my grandchildren to have a new summer wardrobe. Now I pray, I put this, and listen, I let the family know. I know I talked about, like, sometimes you got to tell people, sometimes you don't. I let the family know. Listen, they need shorts for the summer. These are their sizes. That's the vision I have. I want all colors, and it just happens. Faith is complete confidence in God. Yes, Shay. Trust me, I'm still working that out. Oh, that's Mother Linda. Yep. Awesome word. Yep. Mother Linda, faith is complete confidence in God. And listen, a lot of us are challenged in that. Look, that faith is complete confidence that I trust you with my children. I trust you with my life. I trust you with my health. I trust you with every fiber of my being. I trust you. That's my complete confidence in him. Yeah, Tanya, stop laughing at me, girl. So again, thank y'all. Tanya, Tiffany, write it down, whatever it is. Get you a journal and just write it down privately. That's what I do a lot of times. I just write my stuff down. I write it down and nobody even knows, it's between me and Jesus, right? It's nobody else's business. Some things I have written in my private journal, it's just me and him, and it's not even my husband's business. It's just me and him. So thank you for it. So I love y'all. I thank y'all for joining me tonight. Thank you for the feedback. And I will talk to y'all soon. Again, keep our pastors lifted up in prayer. They'll be there on Sunday. Join us tomorrow morning for prayer at 7 a.m. with Minister Sheila. Friday morning, being a believing believer. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Mother Pat. Friday morning, we have prayer. And then Sunday morning, if you're in the local area, come 30 minutes before service for prayer. And then services at 10:30. Join us at any time. Yes, don't worry about the how. Have faith and the grace will come. Listen here, Tanya. The grace will come. I told y'all this. And I'm trying to get out here, but now y'all talking to me. I told y'all this morning that, I had a bunch of help for the last 4 years. And now I don't have it. And it just, my whole life had to change, right? A lot of things changed. God has given me grace and given me understanding. And he wanted it to happen because I needed to see what I was made of. I had it. It was some faith I had, because I was like, I got so dependent on them. I didn't even know I could do some of the things I did. So now I can do the stairs better. Like those, it was simple things. I was walking up the stairs before when I had help, I used to come up the stairs, and it used to take me a long time because my knees weren't used to it. My muscles weren't as fluid because I wasn't doing it as much because I had help. But now I have to do it every day, 2, 3, 5 times a day. So guess what? Now I feel my legs getting strength. My arms are getting strength as I lift the kids. So look, I just put my trust and I leaned on him, and I have faith, and that's where I am. The vision for my life is to be in good health. So God said, I'm going to help you get in good health. That's how you're going to do it. So anyway, go and grow. I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.